Hoy hoy everyone, and welcome to Disney Parks in Review Extra. Today, we are bringing you an extra special episode all about the D23 Expo that is coming up on September 9th through September 11th, 2022 over at the Anaheim Convention Center across the street from Disneyland, California. And as always, I am joined by the master of ceremonies, the man who has been to every D23, the owner of Chip & Company, Mr. Chip Confer. Chip, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I am slowly getting my energy this morning.
Yeah, you got some big stuff happening tonight.
There is, that's why I was going to sleep in this morning. I was like, I'm going to sleep in and feel great for tonight. Did not sleep in. Still, I'm going to make it. We have the start of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party here at Disney's Magic Kingdom. Happy Halloween, my friend. I'm officially calling it the fall season.
Boo to you.
Boo to you. No, it's going to be great, man. We're going to actually cover this probably next Friday, how we enjoyed it. We went through a whole episode, which you can go back to last week, all about what's coming up for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So please go back and check out that episode. We did the worst job ever of explaining it, and we were joined by Tom Cruise.
That was fun.
That was fun. So you have been to D23 many, many times, Chip. Is there anything to look forward to? Is there anything that you specifically like seeing on the show floor or panels, or what's your expectations for this year? Let's start there.
Well, I expect it to be busy because they're already sold out. But I enjoy walking the floors and seeing all the different Disney vendors, and Pixar always has a booth, and Disney Parks has a booth. I think the last expo I went to was before whatchamacallit was open. What's the Star Wars hotel?
Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yeah, before Galactic Star Cruiser opened. So they had huge section set up for that. All the changes that were coming to Epcot. So I spent a lot of time in there.
Yeah, so that was 2019. And then they only hold this expo every 2 years. But due to worldwide conditions, as everybody knows, it was canceled the last time. And so this is missing. They normally do 5-year plans, and this would be the year for the 5-year plan kind of thing. So there is a lot going on. So what we're going to do here, Chip, for everybody out there, we're going to go day through day. We have 3 days to go through real quick. Well, not real quick, but enough time that we can explain what's going on. We'll talk about the major presentations that are going to happen, and then we're going to talk about what is expected a little bit at some of these. Some of these are going to be we're going to blow past because they're not as important as others for the news cycle. Doesn't mean they're not important to people, but for a news cycle, there are certain things that are a little bit more important. There's certain things that I'm really looking forward to, Chip. I am looking forward to the Muppets panel. That's one of them, which we'll talk about. And then they announced, to my childhood dreams, there is a Tron panel this year.
Nice.
So we will get into all of that. There's some really cool stories that are coming out. They're going to have a whole thing about the voice characters. Tron's going to be there. Marvel, Star Wars. They have the storytelling. Disney Parks, obviously. Pixar and animation studios. So where do you want to start? Let's start day one at D23 for September 9th. Let's start. Where do you think? I think Hall D23. That would be the most important one.
Yeah, that's usually the biggest hall that's there. So all your big news is going to be coming out of there. So
that hall holds around 6,000 people, I do believe it is.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot. And let me warn people. So if you're going out there, let me just throw this out there so everybody knows. We at Chip & Company are sending 2 people out there. Chip and myself, we're both going out there because it takes 2 people to be in 2 different places at the same time. And then not only that, but most of these you have to wait in line with everybody else to get into the show places that are happening. And some people sleep overnight on the floor waiting
to get in. Yes.
Yes. So it's crazy trying to get into some of these panels. And then we have to be there. So we have to join the rest of them. What I'm saying, Chip, is we're going to get no sleep and a whole lot of talking.
Yeah. And then
who's your coffee supplier?
Oh,
yeah, we need to find that person.
No, I think I was running on Monster energy drinks. I needed something with a little bit more horsepower last year.
So the Idina Menzel trick of staying awake is not in. Never mind.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah, that didn't work. Oh man. Yeah,
sugar-free Monster. Shout out to them.
Monster. Okay, well, not endorsed, but we always have availabilities, Monster. Yeah, so it's going to be busy. There's a lot going on. So we're going to start at Hall D23, September 9th, 10:30 a.m. Chip, what do we have going on?
The Disney Legends Award Ceremony. So that's where they're going to award a new Disney legend or recognize existing legends.
Yeah, I wish I had the Instagram up because they did announce one person. I don't. So Disney 100 Years of Wonder kicks off at D23 Expo on Friday, September 9th at 10:30 a.m. with an epic presentation that includes the Disney Legends Award Ceremony featuring Disney CEO Bob Chapek. Legends will once again honor those visionaries and artists who have made significant contributions to the Disney legacy. This could be anywhere from animators to employees to famous stars who have been around Disney. Any highlights from this from past years?
Betty White.
Betty White.
She's a Disney legend.
She is.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, I want to say for this event, because it's like the first thing on Friday, I typically don't go to this one. I'm usually out on the floor schmoozing and catching up on things out there.
Right, and Disney releases the press release, and this is more for nothing. This is more for the families and friends of the people being honored. I think of people like Bob Gurr, Betty White. Yeah, I mean, these are some major accomplishments that they have done in their lifetime in association with Disney. So that's always a good one.
You'll more likely be at that one.
Excellent, thank you. Divide and conquer. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear Chip and I going through this because we're going to work through this, him and I together, and figure out who's doing what and why. So
a working podcast.
It is a working podcast. Okay, so the next thing at Hall D23 that day
is Studio Showcase. And that's what is that? That's the Pixar one.
Disney and Pixar. So join Disney Studios for an all-star look at what's coming up in theaters and on Disney Plus from Disney's iconic Walt Disney Animation Studios and Pixar Animation Studios, as well as its namesake motion picture group behind such recent hits as Cinderella, Cruella, Jungle Cruise, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. This is, if you are a Disney animated fan of Pixar, of anything that Disney releases animated, this is the panel for you.
I call dibs on this one.
You
dibs.
Can have this. There you go. You dibsed it. There's a few movies that are coming in. I think this is the one. Like, look, what Strange Worlds is coming out, so I would imagine they're going to have a lot about Strange Worlds, even probably a real trailer. Yeah, some of the other announcements, I wish I had in front of me of all the movies that they've slated. But this is also the one where they hit you with surprises like, hey, we're going to do this. Anything surprising you think is going to happen at this one? What will people look forward to?
I'm guessing maybe the new movies, like the new Frozen that's coming.
Quote unquote coming. It's not really coming. They've not announced Frozen, by the way. But I think you're right. They will announce Frozen during this. Frozen 3 will be announced.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pixar has a few things coming up that they may announce. Inside Out 2. That was the
other
out
one.
there. And then Walt Disney Animation obviously has Strange Worlds, like I just mentioned a few minutes ago, but they'll probably give us a 2-year timeline of what's coming out over the next 2 years. So think of this, everybody, like the Marvel panel that just happened at San Diego Comic-Con. Think of this as that, only with Disney Animation and Pixar. So it's going to be, here's what we have coming up. Boom, we're going to bring out this character, and they're going to celebrate this. So that's day one at the main hall, D23 hall. So those are two major things. Right off the bat, we are going to get the news about the future of Disney Animation, Pixar, and everything.
No, that's later in the day. It starts at 3:30.
Right. That's what I meant. But that's in Hall D.
Yeah.
Which is the main hall. So those are the two main events in that hall. Now on side stage, I don't even want to call them side stages. What do we call them? Just smaller rooms?
Yeah, smaller.
Yeah. On the premiere stage, what we have?
We have the Simpsons, and then later that evening they'll have the D23 Expo Mouse Crade. That's where you get to dress up.
Yeah. So the Simpsons are going to have a full panel on the premiere stage at 11 a.m. And that kind of coincides with what's going over on the other hall. So the Simpsons will be there. And then the D23 Masquerade. So the Masquerade one's interesting. Mouse Crade. Mouse Crade. I will get that right at some point. During the day, Chip, I don't know. Have you ever been out on the hall during the day when they do the parades?
Yes.
So Mickey and Minnie, Donald, Goofy, whatever their characters will lead a parade through the convention center. And it happens every single day to a different theme. So in 2019, the first day's theme was disco when they released Mickey Mouse Disco. So it was themed after that. The second day was like a black and white tie affair. I forget what third day was because I don't remember. I was not there. I'm going off of what other people have put pictures up.
I've been in that parade live, actually, on the Facebook page.
Have you?
Yep.
So I can't wait to see the parade. I don't care what day it is, but I hope we get a Tron parade. That's just my... The Mouse Crade, though, is for cosplayers. And have you ever watched the Mouse Crade in the past? Because some of these costumes are out of this world. They are some of the best cosplay I've ever seen in my life. Like the depths that people go to build a costume and all the intricacies that are behind that, simply stunning. Like that is such a fun event. And then earlier in the day, obviously we get the Simpsons. I don't know what they're going to announce on this one. Or is it just hanging out and talking about the Simpsons?
You know, I'm not really a fan of the Simpsons, so.
Joe.
Yeah, sorry. I watched them when I was like in middle school. They've been around forever.
30 years.
Yeah, I watched them back then. I don't really keep up.
Yeah. So on the Mouse Crade, which is happening at 6 p.m. on the premiere stage area, the Ultimate Disney Costume Contest returns to D23 Expo. Join host Nina West and guest judges Yvette Nicole Brown, Ashley Eckstein, and Allie Mackey as they showcase the most magical and quintessential creations of the Disney cosplay universe. If nothing else is going on, Chip, I claim that.
Okay, I'll be over at Disneyland.
It's that I will get pictures from friends. I'm going to Disneyland.
You know, it's really weird. They're actually this year a lot of the expo is running later. I'm looking at the times on this, and they're till like 7:30. In years past, the expo would be over around 6, so you could go over to Disneyland.
I'm going to Disneyland. Okay. Well, that's the premiere stage. Next up on the Friday, we have Backlot Stage. What's going on Backlot Stage on Friday?
Just for time, I'm just going to read over all the things happening, and then we can talk about whatever sticks out. Yeah. Otherwise,
there's a lot.
Yeah. They have Look Inside the Society of Explorers and Adventurers.
Oh, I wonder if your friend Joe Rohde's going to be there.
Possibly. ABC's Home Economics, the TV show. They're doing a panel. Disney's For Scores podcast live celebrates Marvel music. Huh. The cast and creators of Disney Channel's Hamster and Gretel. You like that one? And then one called Here for the Laughs.
Let's work our way. So Here for the Laughs is stars of your favorite TV and streaming series come together to discuss their careers and what it takes to make a comedy hit. That will be funny. I guarantee you, whoever they bring out for that, Disney will do a good job for that. My favorite one of the day is the Hamster and Gretel, which is Dan Povenmire, the creators of Phineas and Ferb and Milo's Weird Adventures. What is it? Milo's World? What is it? Milo. So you can join the cast and creative team of Disney Channel's Hamster and Gretel as they share behind-the-scenes look at what went into making this music-filled animated series, which, by the way, premieres tonight on the Disney Channel. Oh, really? I am so looking forward to Hamster and Gretel. You have no clue. Disney Per Scores podcast, that's going to be awesome. Home Economics, is that the brand new show that is premiering on ABC in the fall schedule? So you'll get to talk to hear about making that show. Inside look at Society of Explorers and Adventurers. This one, to me, as a Disney fan, at Disney World and across the world. So an inside look at continuing development of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, what it means at Disney parks, and how these stories continue to grow. Walt Disney Imagineers are joined by author Julie Kagawa to talk about the first 2 books in the series of novels that tie into the lore of the SEA. Disney fans, Disney park fans, you should know about the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. Obviously, it had been spearheaded by Joe Rohde over the past 25 years. Only thing I will say about that is Kungaloosh.
Anything in there stand out to you? You want to do any of those?
Meh. I think, the inside look at Society of Explorers, I think would be cool, but that's at 11. So if we're not doing anything at 11, that would be fun, because that's a deep dive. I don't know. Like, I would love that. How many other people would love that?
Well, it's at 10:30 to 11:30, which is the same time as Disney Legends, which you're going to be at Disney Legends. So it happens when you're at the expo like this. There's going to be overlapping ones.
Right. So that is the Backlot Stage on Friday. Then we have the Walt Disney Archive Stage.
Looks like we have Sounds Delightful, an illustrated audio adventure. Who's Honored with a Window on Main Street, USA. A very 90s afternoon special with all new Mickey Mouse Club.
What?
Disney Legends in Conversation. That's where some of the Disney Legends will actually go there and talk. Like more personal. And then Walt's Plane, taking a flight through history.
So Walt's Plane, let's go through that real quick. Walt's Plane is actually being boxed up right now here at Walt Disney World Resorts. We actually just did an article about that over at Chip & Co. So please go check that out, how they're boxing up and sending that out to the convention. And then it's going to end up living at the archives, where they're going to restore and just make sure it's taken care of for the rest of its life. And probably put it on display at some point somewhere. We don't know where. We don't know anything about. But we will find out that day. That's not one that I think either one of us are going to go to, because we're going to see that on the show floor, and they're going to talk about it it's going to have a booth on the show floor.
Usually, in years past for media, the Walt Disney Archives will actually do like a little preview night on like Thursday night, where they'll invite us in, let us check out the archives before everybody else to get pictures and video. And sometimes they have hors d'oeuvres and some drinks for us as well. So we might get a preview of all the archives before Friday.
They did that for us here at Destination D23, same Walt Disney World Archives. They were fabulous, treated us amazing, and had one of the best dinners of my career was with the Walt Disney Archives people. And I just got to say, I can't wait to see them again out there. The very 90s afternoon special is joint cast from the all-new Mickey Mouse Club as they the all-new Mickey Mouse Club. Oh, okay. So basically, it's I know who they are. That's I wish I remembered their names, but they're down here at Disney all the time. Yeah. They have a band also. So they're going to talk about that. who is honored on windows on Main Street, USA. Observers notice details to the Disney theme parks, such as names styled on building windows, discover the people behind the names, and talk to the team and research upcoming Disney Edition book, People Behind the Disney Parks. Again, another cool panel, especially if you are a history buff and love learning about how the parks operate and what goes into it. That is a great panel to be a part of. And then Sounds Delightful, which to me sounds like one of the best ones they have going there at the whole thing as an audio engineer. So join Disney artist and historian Stacey Martin for an all-new edition of Sounds Delightful, an illustrated audio adventure across decades of vintage vinyl recordings from yesteryear's turntables, including rare promotional and production tracks. That speaks to me on so many levels, but it's happening at 10 a.m. while everything else is going on. So how do I clone myself, Chip?
You don't. You wait for the press releases.
Excellent. So, and then we finally, on day one, we have the Hyperion stage. What is going on Hyperion?
Well, Cesar Millan will be there with Better Human, Better Dog.
With dogs?
Probably.
Yes.
He's the dog whisperer.
Oh,
we have Celebrating the People with Walt Disney Animation Studios. National Geographic will be there with Superhero Women of STEM. Behind the scenes of ABC's Beauty and the Beast, a 30th celebration. Man, that's 30. I can't believe that.
I know. Crazy.
And then another National Geographic special screening Epic Adventures with Bertie Gregory.
Yeah, face of the new generation of aspirational adventurers and natural history filmmaker. He will take his viewers on a nail-biting journey that pushes into the most spectacular and secretive corners of our wild world with Bertie Gregory. Yeah, you can go check out a screening of that if you want. If the National Geographic, I'm a documentary type guy, I will watch that when it comes out on Disney Plus. The 30th anniversary of Beauty and the Beast. Obviously, they are doing a live sing-along, and they have, I think it's her is going to be singing live some of the tracks. So I would imagine we're going to get a preview of that special that's coming up on Disney Plus, and I think it's on ABC as well. And then National Geographic Superhero Women of STEM. Meet 3 extraordinary women who are changing the face of exploration, education, and storytelling. Find out what it takes to study large bears up close, learn about the science of Avatar, and get ready to win first place at a science fair. That, to me, is really important. Look, representation seriously matters, and seeing women in the science and arts and technology, obviously STEM, is really important to get out there. And I'm glad that they're doing this panel, something that my family supports, and we would love to see that. And then we have Traceback, celebrating the people of Walt Disney Animation Studios. You get to learn about the lives and what goes on behind the scenes during an animated process. And then, of course, Cesar Millan. He is the dog whisperer, Chip.
The what?
The dog whisperer.
Okay.
The whisperer. The wishmishio.
I heard something else.
He talks to dogs. He's like, "Hey, bark." And they're like, "Whoa, shit, bark." Oh, excuse my language. Boy, that just came out. They're dogs. They don't understand. Anyway, moving on. Day 2.
Commercial break.
Oh, let's get a commercial. All right. Perfect time for a commercial break. Yep. Thank you, Cesar Millan. Please take us to a commercial break. Bark.
Do you love Chip and Company podcast? Be sure to head over to chipandco.com for even more Disney Parks news, entertainment, and review podcasts. Chip and Company has been delivering the best in Disney news, planning tips, and more since 2009. And now you can get that news in an audio-only format 5 days a week. Join us every Monday on Diz Life Podcast and start your week off the right way by living your best Disney life. Tuesday is our news and review podcast discussing the latest breaking news from the Walt Disney Corporation. Every Wednesday, we're discussing the latest in Disney parks in our Parks and Review podcast with Greg and Chip. Thursdays have Mark and Greg breaking down the top headlines of the week in And Company, a brand new podcast. And don't forget to tune in for Extra every single weekend with deep dives on the biggest headlines. Get that extra dose of Disney in your weekly commute, your time on the treadmill, or even just relaxing around the house. So what are you waiting for? Head over to chipandco.com today and become part of the fastest growing podcast network in the Disney community. We hope that you enjoyed today's podcast, and thank you for being a part of our podcast family.
Day 2, Chip. Day 2. I'm going to throw out a real quick theory here because this is my theory and only my theory. San Diego Comic-Con just happened last month, and Disney and Marvel dropped all the major breaking news about Marvel. So day 2 starts off with a Marvel Studios Lucas panel. I don't think we're going to get too much out of this because I think Disney has other big news coming during this D23 that they want in the news instead of just Marvel stuff. So,
I think we're going to get dates for the Marvel Lucasfilms.
Dates and actors.
Yeah.
Dates and stars. So, yeah, lead us off. Day 2, Hall, D23, the main stage.
We have the Studio Showcase, Day 2, which is Marvel Studios, Lucasfilms, and 20th Century Studios.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll probably, like I said, get the actors and dates.
Yeah, sneak peeks and special guests will also be part of that. So I'm more interested in what they're going to release for Star Wars and the 20th Century Fox Studios on that one. So, okay.
I predict Baby Yoda will be on the stage. Grogu's going to show up.
Wow. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt that because again, during Destination D23, they talked about how they can bring more characters to life inside the parks. You could see that. You could be right on. Remember the Hulk thing they did here at Destination D23? They're like, this is the Hulk hand. It was like a giant guy on stilts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I hope we see that.
We also have Disney's Epic Entertainment Showcase, the musical, the extravaganza.
Join Disney branded television for exclusive showcase that highlights a legacy of excellence in storytelling and includes talent appearances, performances, and never before seen previews of original content for Disney Plus, Disney Channel, Disney Junior. The musical, the extravaganza, that's going to be a show that unlike no other. Like, that's just going to be a fun show to be a part of. So we're definitely going to be there to check that one out. A lot of music, a lot of singing along. Yeah, so that's day 2. That's
which one?
10... Go ahead. No. I know you're going to want to do the Marvel Studios one.
Well, no, since I did the good one the day before, do you want the good one this day?
No, I want the good one the next day.
Well,
I'm all in on day 3, Sunday. We'll get to that
one we're both going to be at.
We're going to have to Rochambeau that one. No, on this one, I'll take the Marvel Studios one. I think this is not going to be as big as San Diego Comic-Con, but I think it's still going to be very important. That's an important one, to be quite honest.
I will more likely be out on the floor somewhere, sitting down on the carpet with my laptop, waiting for the news to come in.
Well, hopefully they have media room and you can go in there.
They do have a media room. It's usually up on like the upper level.
Oh my God. I know you're going to want to stay, like we're trying to speed this up, but I could just see you just laying on the carpet with just on your stomach with your little knees up in the air, legs up in the air, just with a coffee next to you.
Believe it or not, what I do is, because I'm trained for like computers and network technician, usually the first day I'll walk around with my software and figure out where the best Wi-Fi signal is. I can walk the floor with my laptop and it tells me where the best signal is. That's usually where I'm sitting.
You're going to be kicked up next to a booth that has the best Wi-Fi.
It's just
random. Me, I'm part of the package now.
It's random places because they have the routers, the Wi-Fi devices up there, and you can usually tell where the best signal is.
Right, and there's so many people using it. Like, this is going to be massive. So that's day 2. Day 2, Hall D23, Marvel Showcase, Lucas Showcase, 20th Century Fox, followed by the Epic Entertainment Showcase, the musical. The next day, on Saturday, we have the premiere stage.
Yes, Talking Pets with the Vets of National Geographic. We have a celebration of Disney animation Encanto. and then the Santa Clauses. I
So
call
the-
I call dibs on that one.
You can have the Santa Clauses. I will take Encanto. The Santa Claus is going to be. You're probably going to premiere an episode of that, and who knows? Tim Allen may show up. And what's his name? Bertie, Bob, Bernard. Did you hear Holly scream that from the other room? She's like Bernard. You never know. Like they should all be.
Tell
there
her
for
Jinx
that
the
one.
cat. Jinx the
Yeah.
cat's gonna be there.
It's Jinx the cat, Holly. Encanto one, Chip. This is the big one, I think, on that day in that room. Join the team behind the Academy Award-winning musical Walt Disney Animation Studios hit Encanto for stories from the making of the film and even a few surprises. That's the big word right there. A few surprises. Are we going to get an Encanto ride? Are we going to get announcement of Encanto 2? Are we going to get an announcement of a Disney Plus short series Encanto?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Or
Those
were
were all
those-
question marks.
I don't know how to answer. I think we're gonna get the ride detail, ride or attraction, whatever it is about. Encanto.
Right. And I want to point that out is they always drop little tidbits during some of these panels that they won't put into the main presentation. They'll be like, hey, you have to go to this panel to hear what's going on with Encanto. So
Mhm.
I think a lot of people are going to be hanging on and waiting for that panel. And then talking pets with the vets. Hear from Dr. Jen and Dr. Jeff and Dr. Vinard Hodges,
Dr. J.
Dr. Pohl and wife Diana for some heartwarming stories of their popular series. That's pretty cool. Day 2, let's go over to Backlot Stage.
We have the making of Disney 100, the exhibition.
Boom.
Bob's Burgers.
Okay.
Marvel Comics celebrating 60 years of the Amazing Spider-Man. This one I'm looking forward to. Dreaming, designing, and bringing to life the Disney Wish. And then we have a sneak peek at Zootopia Plus from the Walt Disney Animation Studios. That's the new series that's coming
That's
out.
the new series. I guarantee you they're going to show off probably an episode or two. And then you'll talk to the creators and animators, and that's going to be fun. Dreaming, designing, and bringing Disney Wish to life. You actually were on the Disney Wish for the media event, and you're going back on it in October. So learning some of the secrets and the behind-the-scenes stuff that you can then go check out the next month. Awesome panel.
Yeah.
Marvel Comics, obviously, you're going through the history of the last 60 years
It's Spider-Man.
of the Spider-Man. I have no need to do that one, Chip.
Spider-Man.
I don't need to do the Spider-Man. Bob's Burger, the movie just came out. You can talk to the cast and creators of that one, and it's going to be a funny panel on that one. I guarantee you're gonna hurt from laughter. This is the one I really think is cool. But it happens, of course, at the same time as the Marvel Lucasfilms thing is the making of Disney 100. So producers from Walt Disney Archives are going to be there, and from Studio TK, illuminating details about the all-new exhibition celebrating 100 years of Disney wonder. And it actually premieres, Chip, in my hometown of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the Franklin Institute. This will end up becoming a traveling exhibition. Most of that stuff will be on the floor at D23 for everybody to check out if you cannot make this panel. And then that day following, over at the Walt Disney Archive stage,
We have a peek behind the curtain at Walt
pink
Disney.
curtain.
Yeah, pink one.
The pink
Behind the curtain at the Walt Disney Imagineering Illusions and Special Effects Development Lab.
Again, awesome.
But same time as the other
Same
one.
time as Marvel and Star Wars.
Uncovering treasures from Marty Schuyler's collection.
Sklar.
I met him.
Who,
Didn't
Marty
realize-
Schuyler or Marty Sklar?
Both.
Okay.
A century of storytelling at Walt Disney Animation Studios. Cautionary tales with Disney villains. The imagination of Ridley Pearson.
Yes. Okay, so Ridley Pearson we just met last year.
Building Walt's Florida project, Walt Disney World from dream to reality. Man,
Bum,
a lot of these
bum,
are going on at the same time as other good ones I want to see.
It's so much going on, man. Like, how do you cover all of this? Yeah, obviously, building Walt's Florida project is huge for us, using rarely seen photography. Archives and special guests present a true life look at the construction and opening of Walt Disney World Resort, which we kind of got that during the 50th anniversary and Destination D23. So some of that stuff is going to be rehashed that we already know, but you never know when you're going to hear a cool story about the building of Disney World. I love those. Cautionary Tale with Disney Villains, Imagination of Ridley Pearson. He's the one who did the books of the kids who stay at Disney Park overnight. All of a sudden I lost the name of it, but met him last time. What a genuine, nice person. So it was really nice meeting him. Century Storytelling at Walt Disney Animation Stories. It's 100 years, man. So you're going to go through the whole 100 years and maybe talk about what the future holds for Disney Animation Studios. I think that one's cool. If I have time, I would like to do that one. The Marty Sklar collection, which apparently you met Marty Sklar and he was a nice guy. Marty Schuyler, though, not a nice guy. Bob Weiss will be there. Leah and Leslie Sklar.
I will butcher a name in a heartbeat.
I don't know if Marty has a twin named Marty Schuyler and his wife, Linda. But
that's how we say it in Western PA.
Okay.
Skylar.
It's okay. And then obviously the morning, which I think is cool. A peek behind the curtain at Walt Disney Imagineering Illusion and Special Effects Development Lab. So I think that's almost the same thing they had here at Destination D23, where we got to walk into a room and they explained how they do certain things that you see at the parks, how they trick your eye and how they use perspective and other things like that. So that's a cool one. Fortunately, it happens at the same time, but I think that'll be out on the floor. So we'll be able to bring everybody that information. Also happening at the Hyperion Stage that day,
we have Women in Disney Fashion, Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. It's a small Disney World celebrating the art of Disney parks. ABC's On the Red Carpet Storytellers Spotlight. And then National Geographic special screening Limitless with Chris Hemsworth. Man,
now,
that's going on.
Chris Hemsworth shows up, that would make that even more special. But that show will be out on Disney Plus and National Geographic. That's really cool. On the Red Carpet Storytelling is On the Red Carpet Storytelling Spotlight, in an intimate conversation series that amplifies the work of historically underrepresented, diverse storytelling and their allies across the Walt Disney Company in film, television, theater, music, and podcasting. So that one sounds really fun. I would love to see that. It's a small world. Yeah, I just did the same thing you did, Chip. It's a small Disney World. The art of Disney parks. Panel gathers Disney parks artists and authors who created artwork for our global parks, including items which will be for sale at D23 Expo Marketplace. That one's just going to be a fun history and a more in-depth look of what goes into making these parks. Again, a fabulous idea. That's going to be a fun one if you guys want to check that out. Learn how some of the art goes in, why they're, who knows, you could maybe talk about why they're adding in all these little statues around Walt Disney World right now. Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is actually a animated series, and it looks like it's for kids, man, like Disney Junior-esque style. Marvel. I did some research. I was like, who's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur? And I watched the trailer and the preview and was like, that's cute.
Wait,
so,
they're together? Or they're
yes.
two different shows?
No, that's one show.
Moon Girl, Marvel's Moon Girl, and
Devil Dinosaur.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can talk about that. And then Women in Disney Fashion, moderated by Disney Bound founder Leslie Kay. So all you Disney Bounder out there, I know one personally who I think is fabulous, Miriam at We Like Theme Parks and the Churro Fund. She is spectacular at bounding. She's going to be out for D23, so I hope she knows that this is happening.
What about Holly's friend? I can't think of her name. She likes Disney Bound a lot. She lives down there. She's been on Mark's podcast. What's her name?
Okay. I'm
putting you on the spot.
Holly has many friends who like to Disney Bound. I don't know. Oh, you may be thinking of Miriam, but
as a Miriam?
Yes, from the Churro Fund. She is a bounder. She's the one who sends me, like, she finds the popcorn buckets and stuff when she goes to Disneyland and sends them to me. She's fabulous.
No, I'm thinking of Alicia.
Oh, Alicia Hake. Yeah, Alicia. She is a, I don't know how much, well, she does bound. I don't know if she's like bounding, or she's just like, I love Disney merch so much that I have to match it all.
Okay.
Yeah, Alicia's our friend and a great, she's always on everybody's forums all the time. So, yeah, so that's day 2. Anything stand out that's really, really important that day?
Well, for me, the wish, I'm probably going to do while you're at the big one, the peek behind the curtain, Walt Disney Imagineering.
Yep.
Probably do that one. Yeah, I don't know what else.
Yeah, Encanto for me, that's a good one. The dreaming, designing, nope, that's the one you want to do. Yeah, obviously the Marvel, Star Wars, Lucasfilms is going to be pretty good. Century of Storytelling is probably going to be good. And then
they overlap. It's so frustrating.
It is, because it's like, oh, that'll be great for the audience. Oh, because we have to look through it through the lens of that. Like, what would our audience here at Chip & Co. want to see?
Yeah, but then you've got to pepper in something you really like.
Yes.
Like the Disney's Epic Entertainment Showcase, the musical, the extravaganza.
I'm going to see that one that night.
Yeah, not really my cup of tea.
Yeah. Well, we are not going to Oogie Boogie Bash on Saturday because tickets were like $3,000 a pop. No, I'm kidding. They were just $289 or something like that. Either way.
How are you going to do that one in Encanto at the same time?
Well, because Encanto is at 4, right?
No. All the times are on the schedule. Both of them start at 3:30.
Wow. I'm going to see Encanto and then run over. You can't run over. Man, these things are so far apart. I will take a taxi. You know what they need to do is just like, here, take a bike. Oh, you're media? Yeah, we're going to put you on a golf cart.
Little rickshaws running around.
That's what you need. Convention center rickshaws. They're just one person, little ones.
I'll be your rickshaw driver.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Chip. Where do you need to go?
$10. You can take me across the whole day. Yeah, that's that one's tough, man. I'm looking at it and like, they are all at the same time. So
yeah,
4 to 5.
Welcome to it.
Right. So which one would you do? I think the Encanto one is not more important, but I think that's what more people are really interested in. So I think the Encanto one is a thing. The Making of Disney 100, we're going to see that out on the convention floor. Like I said, Bob's Burger, nah. Marvel Comics, meh. I don't care about Spider-Man. Neither does our audience. I mean, they like it, but yeah. And then obviously, Century of Storytelling, I would love to see, or the Caution. Yeah, I would love to see Century of Storytelling. What's the Hyperion one? It's the red carpet storytelling spotlight. I think it's going to be cool. But then again, that's at 3:45, which is
you could probably do Zootopia Plus while I'm doing the Santa Clauses.
Probably could. That would probably be fun because those are later in the day. So yeah, I'll do. I love me some Zootopia, and then I think going to It's a Small World, celebrating the art of Disney parks, 1:45 to 2:45. I think we have an opening right there.
Okay, you want that one?
Yeah.
All right, got you down.
Thank you.
Commercial time.
Commercial time.
Hey guys, Diz Life Mark here, and I want to tell you all about the official travel partner here at Chip & Company. Let our good friend Sarah at Destination to Travel help you plan your next Disney vacation. Sarah specializes in planning dream vacations for your family. She's an authorized Disney vacation planner, and she can help with every step of your magical vacation. The best thing is that her services are 100% free. Want to travel beyond Disney? Sarah has you covered there too. Want to find out more? Fill out a trip request form over at the website at Chip & Co. or email her directly at sarahsolberg@d2travel.com. What are you waiting for? Start planning that dream vacation today. Email her at sarahsolberg@d2travel.com.
Thank you, Sarah. So this leads us to Sunday morning, Chip. Sunday, September 11th, a date which will live in infamy in Disney history, I believe.
Infamy, you mean?
Infamy? What did I say?
Infinity.
Did I say infinity? To infinity and beyond here, Chip. To infinity and beyond.
Amazing how one letter could change the whole word.
The whole thing. All right, so let's start off with what I'm sure you and I are in agreement for our audience and for us who live in the parks, the most important day in Disney history for the next 5 years.
A boundless future, Disney parks, experiences, and products.
Followed by that day on the D23 main stage at Hall D23.
Is Disney Princesses, the concert live at D23.
That's going to be awesome. I'm going to spend just most of my time talking about this boundless future. So the Disney Princess live concert is a great way they end the convention. Be our guest, an all-star quartet of Broadway television animated film icons sing the music and celebrate the memorable film moments of every Disney princess. Alongside their magical music director and enchanting prince in an exclusive D23 Expo performance of Disney Princess the Concert. You're getting a Broadway show inside Hall D23 with some of the biggest celebrities, best musicians, best vocalists. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be spectacular. And it's Disney magic at its finest, where at the end, you're going to have the big Mickey Mouse and confetti going off and all that stuff. Like this gives you those goosebump moments of, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I was just at Hall D23 and at D23 convention. So we will be there for that. It's going.
Are you going to be able to go live for that one?
If Disney lets us.
They will.
Yes. So if there's anything that we can go live for, that will be the one that I do. And that happens, just so everybody knows, at 4:15 till 5:30. So what's that? 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would believe if we can go live, that's the one we're going to be live from because it's magical. Can I just say it's magical, Chip? Like, seriously, I am so looking forward to that. But beforehand, let's get to the major one. The Boundless Future Disney Parks Experience and Products, which is actually called The Wonderful World of Dreams, Disney Parks and Experiences. Join Disney Parks Experiences and Products Chairman Josh D'Amaro for a look. My friend Josh will be there. For a look at Disney's Boundless Future with announcements and updates on the magic happening around the world in parks, on the high seas, at home, and beyond. Attendees will get a behind-the-scenes look at the big dreams of Disney Imagineers. Every Disney fan will want to be a part of this special presentation full of exciting news and surprises. In the past, Chip, this is the panel and this is the presentation where they announce excuse me, all the park news. So any ride that's ever been announced, any parade, any fireworks, any Walt Disney World 50th anniversary, all that stuff. The future of Epcot was announced here. The pavilions that they were changing around, how they were changing around was announced here. Ratatouille was announced here. So this is the future of what we are going to be covering over the next 5 years. Is there anything
it's rapid fire too? Like it comes at you.
Yeah, and it's so funny how he does it because he'll be like, and now we have this, and now we have this, but let's look back at this and how much we love this. Oh, by the way, you're getting this. Everybody gets a new car.
They do that on purpose. What they do is they release a bunch of news and then they break it up with like a fluff piece so we can get the news out there on Twitter or Instagram. Yeah. It's chaotic.
I remember the D23 presentation that he gave because he pulled that was the one where he pulled out the lightsaber and it was one thing after another. And I'm sitting there trying to give you pictures and what's going on and you're writing it up. and my hands are, and I'm trying to get pictures of the next thing. It was like two hands doing opposite thing. I felt like a drummer.
Yep.
It's like, how is this working? And it worked perfectly. Yeah. Anything you think is going to be dropped on this? Like, this is obviously the one where we're going to get the announcement of the opening day for Tron.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to know if Spaceship Earth is going to be refurbished.
Moana.
Any new lands, Moana opening date, right? Walt Disney
Mary
World
Poppins
Railroad. Yeah, Mary Poppins might pop up on that. Any changes they're going to do for Disneyland, such as to the Tomorrowland, when Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is going to open in Disneyland, possibly. Across the parks, maybe something new coming to Disney Tokyo Sea. Animal Kingdom changes, anything going on there. This is the one that you and I will be there together, just going, okay, you got this one, I got this one, you got this one, I got this one.
Yep.
It's going to be exciting. Like, seriously, this is the exciting one. So we'll go back to that in a minute. Happening at the same time, Chip, over on the premiere stage.
We have the cast and creators of Disney Plus series The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. Walt Disney Imagineering, 70 Years of Making the Impossible. Explore the world with the next generation of National Geographic. And Conversations with Disney Character Voices.
That one sounds really cool. I love the voices that are going by. So you kind of go behind the mic and storytelling with some of the biggest characters you know. So you never know who's going to pop up in that panel, and it's going to be full of fun and laughter and enjoyment because you're going to be sitting there. Maybe you'll talk to Mickey Mouse. Yep. Maybe Goofy will show up. Who knows who's going to show up at that panel, but that one's going to be good. The next generation of National Geographic obviously is about the future of some of these amazing kids that are coming up and doing great work over the National Geographic Society, and stars all over the earth. Breathtaking landscape, extraordinary wildlife, exotic foods, epic challenges, and uncovering storytelling. That's going to be fun. Imagineering, 7 years of making the impossible possible. This one's Imagineering is blending imagination with cutting-edge technology to create groundbreaking experiences. Join Imagineers past and present as they discuss the core elements of storytelling innovation that brings life. This one's going to be awesome. If you love going to the parks and like to know how the Haunted Mansion works, or you want to know what goes into making Pirates of the Caribbean, this is the panel for you. This one sounds really fun, Chip. And then, of course, the Proud family, Louder and Prouder. We just met them first at Dreamers Academy here at Disney World, and then we met them also at Destination D23. Really great people. You'll get to hear stories, and also how this the series came back and was revived, and the people behind it and how awesome they are. So that sounds like a good day there over at the premiere stage. And then we have the Backlot Stage that day.
We have Disney's original documentary Sneak Peek of Mickey, The Story of a Mouse.
Why would you put that on at the same time the parks panel is going on?
They always do it.
Oh.
Back to the Grid, 40 Years of Tron, presented by Enterprise. 100 years. What, that starts at noon. Let's see. So, yeah, you're going to have to run over to that one right after.
I will rickshaw, Chip. I will ride your back over there. I'll put on a little cowboy hat and ride you.
100 years.
Let's just move on.
Yep. 100 Years of Treasures from the Walt Disney Animation Research Library. FX is. I don't know what this is. AHS Oz, Behind the Screens. No clue. Dancing with the Stars 31st season celebration. We'll probably be talking about them coming to Disney Plus.
FX is AHS, America Home Show.
American Horror Story.
Oh, there. See, we just had to work it out.
Yeah.
And then Dancing with the Stars. Yeah. Okay. So Dancing with the Stars, that's happening. I have no clue. I've never watched it. Some people will love it, so enjoy that one. American Horror Stories Behind the Screams. Again, I've never watched that, but people love that show. So go support that. Go have fun. 100 Years of Treasure from the Walt Disney Animation Research Library just speaks to me. That one looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, I'm a history buff, so you're going to get a collection from their oral history project, which has never before seen clips and recording sessions. I have a feeling a lot of that stuff is going to be out on the floor. So we'll see if it's on the floor and we get anything out of it. If not, I would love to go to that. Let's talk before I go to the big one here. Disney documentary sneak peek of Mickey, the story of Mickey Mouse. Dude, it's a documentary about Mickey Mouse. Like, boom, my head is blown away. It's Disney and a documentary all on TV. But why would you put it on at the same time the parks panel is going on? Like, nobody's going to be there for it. They're all going to be at the parks. Yeah, I mean, look, some people enjoy Walt Disney and don't enjoy the parks. Like, they have different fandoms. So I wish I could be there for this. But Chip, the only major one I want to see besides the parks thing is Back to the Grid. 40 years of Tron. Light cycles, recognizers, and solar sails. Oh my. Join us for a look back at Tron, featuring artwork, footage, and photographs of the digital frontier. Here behind the scenes stories of how the film came to life with talent, artists, and filmmakers, and the continuous impact of this groundbreaking film. Chip, am I going to get Tron 3? Please tell me I am getting Tron 3 out of this, because I'm getting a Tron roller coaster 20 minutes from my house, which blows my mind. I am such a huge program junkie for Tron. Like, give me Tron or give me nothing in this world.
I'm going to be at that one with you, by the way.
Awesome. Oh, I can't wait. Like, this blows my mind. When they dropped the news about this, I was so happy. Like, I am so happy for Tron. And Bondo and Tinker J, friends of mine who do We Like Theme Parks, are super excited. And of all people, our friend Mark Valentine from Dislike Podcast and Chip and Company Podcast Network, he is a Tron nut just like you and I.
Is he?
Yes, we are all geeks for it. So
Greetings, program.
Okay, so that day over at Walt Disney Archive Stage,
Nat Geo and Disney 100 Years of Exploring the World Through Storytelling.
That's awesome.
An animated conversation celebrating 90 years of Goofy. Man, that's going
wow.
on.
90 years of Goofy. That's so cool. But it's during Tron.
Yep. Your favorite parade, the Main Street Electrical Parade, 50 Years of Nighttime Magic and Imagination.
Mm-hmm.
We have Disney Parks Through the Decade, a Disney Ambassador Perspective.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Memories of Walt Disney World, framing a portrait of 50 magical years.
So, again, we're still in the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary. It goes on until March 31st or April 1st, somewhere around there. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of information about the history of Walt Disney World. I know people who live down here are like, let's end this. But no, it's really important. We haven't even hit a year of this celebration. So Memories of Walt Disney World, framing a portrait. That's just such a cool, makes a fun panel discussion. The session will conclude with a special screening of the Magic of Walt Disney World documentary featurette. Wow. What?
I'll be
yes. The Disney Parks Through the Decades, obviously with the ambassadors. So yeah, they're going to have, they'll have, when they did Destination D23, they had the first ambassador ever to Disney. And she gave us stories about being the first one at Walt Disney World. And her stories are fabulous. And she still is. You never grow out of that title. You are forever and always a Walt Disney ambassador once you become one. So this 50 years later, and she is still a Walt Disney World ambassador. Amazing human being. Yep. The Main Street Electrical Parade. At the anime.
You see my name is next to that one?
Yes. Yeah, I don't even look. People love that parade.
I do.
There's rumors of it becoming a traveling parade. So it was at Disneyland. It ends the day before we go out there. So we don't get to see it. But it may come to Disney World. It may go to another park. They may travel this across different parks for a year at a time. We don't know.
Can you imagine if this actually traveled to like cities? How cool would that be?
How cool would that be? And I'm just thinking, like, you're on the Baltimore. I'm just picking one place, the Baltimore waterfront, right? At Camden Yards and that whole area. Imagine you're just there on the waterfront, and down every night, 7 p or 8 p.m. during the summertime, there goes the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Yeah, for like a week or something.
Yeah, you just do it a traveling thing, a few weeks at a time. Boom. Oh, you're down at the shore. Oh, you're by the boardwalk in Santa Cruz, Santa Monica. Yeah, it just goes right down the boardwalk. You just pick epic spots like that and do that.
That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. What a great idea, Chip.
We come up with really good ideas on this show that Disney doesn't listen to.
Yeah. An animated conversation celebrating 90 years of Goofy. Happy birthday, Goofy. We've just celebrated a month or so ago. Different voices. They will all be there celebrating Goofy and all his goofiness. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And then 100 Years of Explorers for National Geographic. Obviously, 1888. National Geographic became igniting the exploring in everyone, and National Geographic is awesome. So you're going to hear stories from that. 10 a.m. Over at the Hyperion Stage. Thank you.
We have revisiting yesterday's tomorrow. That's weird. Disney's Magical Mid-Century.
Unlike yesterday's last week.
Yeah, day after tomorrow.
Yes. Wait, isn't the day after tomorrow like some tragedy movie? Was that a nuclear bomb movie?
Yeah.
No.
The world
the day
freezes
after?
over. Yeah.
Oh, the day after tomorrow was freezing over. I was like, wait, is that a Bond film? I'm Bond, Disney Bond. Oh ho ho.
We have joined National Geographic books on 100 Disney Adventures of a Lifetime. 100 Years of Hollywood Magic, a Disney tour of UCLA's film and television archives. And then we have Duffy and Friends.
Okay, I'm going to start with Duffy. I think Duffy, Chip, and I think this is what that whole panel is about. Yes, Duffy is huge in, what is it, Tokyo? Is that his theme park? And
Japan?
Yeah, Japan?
We say Japan.
Marty Sklar.
That's how we do it on West Coast of PA.
Yeah. I apologize to all the fans who listen overseas. There is 3 of you. I follow who downloads from where. We want to thank you. Please, Chip is from Pittsburgh. That's the only excuse I can give. Duffy and Friends, Disney Imagineers discuss the origin and continuing popularity of Duffy and Friends, including the newest friend who became a global phenomenon, Linabelle. Linabelle?
Sorry, I was muted talking to Zoe.
Linabelle. Whatever her name is. Huge global phenomenon, apparently. I don't even know what her name is. So on the serious note on this one, Chip, I think they're going to be trying to bring Duffy over to America and the parks over here more in the coming years. So I think you're going to see announcements about Duffy coming to Magic Kingdom or Duffy coming to Disneyland, either one of those two. I would think Disneyland first. And then who knows, maybe to the Japan Pavilion or who knows where. But I think you're going to hear a whole lot more about Duffy. And you know what? Come, Duffy. Come hang out at the States once in a while. We like you. 100 Years of Magic, a Disney tour of UCA film and television. Obviously, UCA film and television has a huge history with
UCLA?
What did I say? UCLA? UCLA.
Yeah, you forget the L.
UCLA. Not UCA. Yeah, UCLA. Again, you can notice on that day, it's a lot about the 100 years. So 100 years of wonder, 100 years of magic, 100 years of Disney is in full force on the Hyperion stage that day. And that's what we're going to hear a lot about over the next coming months. We're going to have the 100 Years of Wonder is going to take over the 50th anniversary here at Walt Disney World. So National Geographic book, 100 Years Adventures of Lifetime. This is cool because it's going to talk about like Disney's trip to South America and other trips across the world that he took and the Disney animators and archivists have taken over the years. So this one I think is going to be fun. Too bad it's at that time because that's one I would love to see. And then, of course, at 10 12:15 a.m. while the parks thing is going on. Join legendary producer Don Hunt for a look back at Disney projects from 50s and 60s. He'll share illustrated journey through the era and rarely seen art and photography reflecting the unique style that Walt Disney and his artists pioneered. Again, some of these are just, look, you can tell where the archives come in and how important history is to Disney, to D23, to these expos. And then, Chip, let's not forget, we have Mickey of Glendale shop going on. We have all the other major stuff out on the convention floor that's going on during all this. Geez, man, there's so much going on for D23. If you are out there, if there's anything that you want us to cover or you see that it looks big, the pin store, maybe you want to see that. Maybe you want to see the Disney store that's going on. Who knows what else is going on there? But if you see something and you would like Chip and I to cover, drop us a line over at Chip and Company, and we will see what we can do to help you out. And we're going to go live. Obviously, we're going to have a whole lot of coverage. Chip, how excited are you for this?
I would say about a 7 to 8 out of 10. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10 because I know how crowded it is. And you know how I hate crowds.
You and I both are anti-crowds. So what I'm hoping is we get the media badges and we can go in and see the whole floor and the archives before a crowd gets in there. That way, all we have to do is focus on panels and having fun.
You know, with it going later, these Disneyland tickets that I bought for us are going to kind of be wasted.
You think?
Well,
especially
like I said,
Saturday. Like,
yeah.
What do we have? We have Thursday. I fly in I land at noon or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have that day if we don't have nighttime things to do over at D23. And then we have after. What time does Disneyland stay open till?
You know, I don't know. I can look up the hours.
Yeah, if it's open till 1, we're golden. We're dead tired.
It's keep in mind we'll be on Pacific time, so 1 a.m. will be like what 3 a.m. for us? No, 4 a.m.
So what's that, Rolling Stone? To have Mama's Little Helper? Well, I'm kidding. Okay.
So it looks
we're just
like
gonna be drunk and all on Monster. It'd be like, oh man, this is gonna be funny.
Yeah, it looks like it's closing at 11, 12 a.m. So yeah.
Okay, well we'll see what we can get away with and how tired and not tired we are, because who knows.
Yeah, you're gonna see me passed out on the floor somewhere.
Yeah.
Laptop in hand, asleep.
Duffy plush under your arm.
Yep.
I know how much you love Duffy. They're going to have a new plush there for you. All right. So anyway, Chip, I thank you so much. That I'm glad we went through the individual stuff. Other than that, man, everybody, please check us out on Chip & Co. on Facebook at Chip & Co. Instagram, our YouTube page, which when we go live, folks, it'll be on our YouTube page. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button, notifications, all that stuff. Thanks so much for listening to the Chip & Company podcast. You can check us out, obviously, Mondays with Diz Life podcast, Tuesdays with Parks and Review, Wednesday with News and Review, Thursday with And Company, and Friday is normally an extra episode, which you're getting on this one. So, Chip, as always, my friend, I'm running over time, and you, my friend, always get the last word.
I'm just gonna say goodbye, everybody. I really have nothing. I could do the infinity. What was the other word you messed up on?
Why don't we go with what you messed up on? Marty Sklar. Skylar.
Yep.
Guy's
Shout out to Marty
Disney
Skylar.
Legend. Marty Skylar. He lives down the street. Friends of ours.
And
Those
Don,
Joe Brody.
yeah, Marty Skylar and Don Han.
Yeah. Touche, my friend. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, guys.